Welcome back to Briggs on Books, our international talk show. British Columbia, I never knew that where that was before today. We're going to have our second set of guests from British Columbia in a few minutes. It's in Canada, by the way. Hey, remember this book we had on before, A Year of Love, by Lisa Brearley, and then this one, 6 Months of Love, kind of a follow-up by Lisa. And then we had her husband on who did this book, My Perfect Storm. Fascinating books, fascinating subject, and fascinating people, I should say. They're not stopping with the books. They're going to help other people face their life issues. They're going to be coaches. I'd say life coaches, relationship coaches. Well, we're going to hear from them. Guess what? Besides just having the books here today, I have Scott and Lisa Brearley. Welcome. Welcome, both of you.
Hello.
Hi, Mike. Thanks for having us.
Tell our viewers where you are exactly.
We're about an hour west of Kamloops and about 4 hours north of Vancouver, right in the middle of the mountains.
Yeah. And because I'm an American, I have no idea where any of that is. So.
Oh, in British Columbia.
Yeah. So are you surprised how little Americans know about Canada?
No. I remember when I was a kid, I was in Ohio and we went in with Canadian money to McDonald's and the guy thought it was some sort of traveler check. And that was only 4 hours from the border.
Oh, boy. And by the way, besides British Columbia, you guys are spending a lot of time in Thailand.
Yes.
Yes, we like to spend 6 months in Thailand over our winter time, and we travel a lot within Canada as well because we are both from more the east side of Canada. Yeah. That's where we grew up.
Oh, interesting. Now, I want to ask you questions about the coaching company, forwardwalkingchoices.com. I want to ask you about that in a few minutes because I'm very excited about it because it's life coaching and relationship coaching by a woman and a man. You get two coaches. Is that right?
Yes.
But let's start with the book. Let's start, Lisa. Here's the cover of Lisa's first book, A Year of Love. Tell us about how all this got started.
Yeah, so this book really began when I went to a personal development class, so looking to improve myself and improve my life, and I made a goal while I was there to write a book about me, about our relationship, and to not be scared or nervous to share about my feelings, my thoughts, my opinions, my ups and downs. So I fulfilled the goal. That's where the first book came from.
You did the book and you got it out there. Then the second book?
So yeah, the second book. So Scott and I had spent our first 6 months in 6 months in Thailand, and we continued to do lots of personal development work. And we were excited to share our story, and that's where the 6 months of love came from. And on the front cover, that's us scuba diving together down in Mexico at one point, and then this, of course, is also on the front cover.
Now, the first book, you went to a retreat or something?
Yeah, well, where we met was on a personal growth retreat for a week, and we didn't know each other before that point, and we came to a point, I think, in that class where we decided we both individually wanted to grow, wanted to improve, wanted better for ourselves. And so I think that's why we aligned and it became a couple because we had both that in our goal of life.
Nice. And then Scott, okay, here's the one with the scuba dive. I got the book covers here. And you guys did that, you spent 6 months in Thailand?
Yes.
And then here's another book, My Perfect Storm. Tell us about your book, Scott.
Well, a few people over my lifetime have suggested that I should write a book. I'm a person that I think I've beaten the cats out of 9 lives. I have a friend that named her book, I Should Be F Dead. And that's kind of, my book could be named that too, because like even at 7 I had a serious major car accident injury, got hit by a car and dragged 40 yards, and my behavior completely changed. And then through a course of events with my behavior changed, I was expelled in school and moved up grades that I shouldn't have been put in. Like, I was with adults when I was a kid, and so I grew up never ever fitting in anywhere. And of course I turned to drugs and alcohol, and turning to that was even ramped up the speed by like 190%. And so I've been in recovery process since I was 15. Like, I went to my first meeting, Alcoholics Anonymous meeting, when I was 15, and I'm 57 today and I'm only 21 years sober, and I know I don't say only, but it's because of how long I've been around, and I missed the mark a lot there, and I would do the work and I would come up short, and I would do the work and I would come up short, and I always got pounded in my head it was the only solution for an alcoholic. And when I broke free from that logic of thinking that it's my only solution is when I found my solution. And that's not saying that I don't go back and give and take from the program still. I still do. However, the reason I became a coach is because a lot of 12-step programs just go, this is all you need, this is all you need. Well, it's not what most people need. I mean, to get clean or to get sober, 100%, but to learn how to live life, some of us need more, and I was one of them. And that's why I want to share the knowledge and wealth of stuff that I have learned over my lifetime.
Well, let me say this. You guys seem to have a very exciting life. Did something happen at some point where you're doing one thing in your life and now you guys are scuba diving, traveling to Thailand, buying property in Thailand, buying properties in Canada? Was there a big turnaround point?
Well, kind of COVID, and doing the personal development work that we did. And that's kind of why I'm a pretty good advocate of personal development work. My life changed dramatically, and I had owned a house in Vancouver, so it was worth a little bit of money. And when all the prices jacked up in COVID, I decided to sell and get out and go from there. And then I met Lisa, and that was kind of the catastrophe that changed our lives, like both of us.
Well, I guess I'm asking the question. I don't know the answer, but I guess anybody can change and have a whole new life, a whole different life from what they're doing now.
I would say so.
You can make new choices to get different results. I think that's the big thing. And I think we often feel like we're stuck in a certain place, and until you make a choice and act on that, only then you can discover what else the opportunities in life can happen for you. Or even to open your mouth and ask for support or talk to someone else. It's like, I think for me it's realizing that there are other choices in life, and just to go do it.
Now, this is a big, just to get your head into it, that's a big step. And I guess that's why a coach could help. Tell us about how you guys could help people, or what you're planning on doing.
Well, we're going to do some exercises that will teach you about your goals. We'll do some exercises to teach you about your values. And then we'll even do exercises of how you actually really show up, and do they line up with your values that you say you have.
Yeah. So it's kind of digging deep in yourself.
Yeah, digging deep in yourself. I've done the exercises with some friends and some coaches that they were blown away with the results, because they thought they were in line with their values, and they were almost 180 or 90 degrees off what they believed they were living.
We talked about this before we're on the air, but I was going to say, who needs a coach? But it almost seems like anybody could use a coach. Even people like you guys. You guys probably still have coaches.
Yes,
Yes.
we do use different coaches every now and then.
Yes. Oh, 100%.
We have business coaches. We had coaches to teach us the coaching, how to be coaches.
Yeah.
Writing as well, writing coaches, and
Nice,
we're constantly in a state of learning, whether it's even just listening to podcasts or discussing information with each other, or having each other, or discussing with each other how we can love each other. That's a big thing for us.
It's amazing that just reaching that realization that you need to go somewhere, take a step in a direction, and not knowing or not being sure which way to go, and having the presence of mind to say, wow, let's get a coach, let's get someone to help us.
Yeah, and understanding. I know Scott, he can probably tell this story, but when he first went to the first course, of course at the end of the first 3-day course, they, what we like to say, upsell you to the next course,
Yep.
right? And say, this is what we offer, continue your journey. Do you want to continue your story?
So I was dealing with the aftermath of prostate cancer, so I was having a pretty miserable life, and it's what spurred me to go there. And so they were trying to upsell me, and I go out to my motorcycle and I go to put my leg up over my bike, and I'm mad that how dare they try and upsell me for the next course. And I go to put my leg over the bike, and this light bulb moment comes on, and it's like, you want to go home. I wanted to die, basically. That's what I was hoping for every day. And I'm like, you want to go home and die, and here these people are throwing you a life preserver, saying it may help. They're not saying it will, they're saying it may. And you're mad because they're trying to help you.
Yeah.
So I had to turn around and go in and pay for the course. And that course, I think, is what, I think the decision to go and all that smashed my illusion of who Scott is, because up until that point I didn't have a clue.
It's amazing talking to you guys, because you seem to be the two most vibrant, exciting, adventurous people I ever talked to. Scuba diving, Taiwan, doing all these things. And to hear Scott say, I struggle with alcohol and prostate cancer and all these horrible things, and wow, you woke yourself up and you got beyond all of that.
Mm-hmm. It's understanding that investing in yourself is an amazing investment.
Mm-hmm.
And so,
Yeah, and that's what I learned that day, was to invest in myself. My health, my physical health, my emotional, like everything.
Yeah. Now we have a web address on the screen, forwardwalkingchoices.com. Maybe that's the place people should start.
Yes.
Yeah, so you can head there. You can see more about us, other podcasts and other interviews that we have done as well. Our books are all listed there. You can find us there. And our advertisement for our upcoming relationship course that is beginning in November. So contact us and we'll definitely have a good chat with you in regards to does it align with you, and go from there.
Do people have to be in British Columbia to take your course?
No, all on Zoom.
All on Zoom.
And some people are kind of against Zoom, and I was when I first started. However, it makes it so much nicer because you don't have to race home or race to the doctors and you just do it wherever you're at.
Yeah, it's
Put
nice.
your earbuds in and do it on your phone, do it wherever, and it's comfortable and casual. And
what if somebody does not have a lot of experience with Zoom?
We can walk you through
We
that.
can walk you through that. I had no problem doing it when I first started, so
We've had our
basically-
techie challenges.
basically click a link and you're in. So
Yeah. And here we are on a Zoom call, and as most of our viewers know, before COVID, we had no idea what Zoom was, and now almost all of our interviews are via Zoom, and it's so easy. So if anybody's out there thinking, you could have deep troubles, get coached. You could be pretty successful, you could still get coached. You could just not know for sure about your relationship or your job or your goals or your direction. You could still get coached, but go to that web address, forwardwalkingchoices.com, and I think that's where you could start.
Perfect. Yes, exactly.
We've gone way over time like I always do with you guys, but any last thoughts you want to share with our viewers about anything?
To remind each of you that you are worth it. You are worth the investment.
and invest in yourself.
Invest
Nobody
in
else
yourself.
will.
That's very good.
Invest in yourself. You're in charge of your destiny.
Very good. Our guests are Lisa and Scott Brearley. I love to have you guys on. I'm so pumped up every time we talk. But go to that website, forwardwalkingchoices.com. Can they find your books there as well?
Yes.
Yes.
Right. For our viewers, don't go anywhere because we have another author coming up right after this.